Vamos agora ao pesadelo que é a vida cotidiana na Coreia do Norte e que agora se tornou ainda mais vívido com o depoimento de Shin Dong-hyuk, um dos mais recentes fugitivos. Já nasceu num campo de prisioneiros políticos e logo à nascença estava a ser obviamente punido com toda a sua família, há 3 gerações, isto porque um avô tinha sido considerado desleal ao estranho regime norte-coreano.
Did anybody ever explain to you why you were in a camp?
No, never. Because I was born there, I just thought those people who carry guns were born to carry guns. And prisoners like me were born as prisoners.
Did you know America existed?
Not at all.
Did you know that the world was round?
I had no idea if it was round or square.
O Campo 14 foi tudo o que Shin Dong-hyuk conheceu nos seus primeiros 23 anos de vida. Estas imagens de satélite são as únicas a que o mundo exterior teve acesso. Crê-se que estiveram aqui detidas 15.000 pessoas, obrigadas a viver e trabalhar neste desolador conjunto de casas, fábricas, campos e minas, rodeado por uma cerca elétrica.
Growing up, did you ever think about escaping?
That never crossed my mind.
It never crossed your mind?
No, never. What I thought was that the society outside the camp would be similar to that inside the camp.
You thought everybody lived in a prison camp like this?
Yes.
Shin disse-nos que nasceu nesta casa. Os pais eram prisioneiros e o casamento deles, se assim se pode chamar, foi uma recompensa dos guardas pelo trabalho árduo.
Did they live together? Did they see each other every day?
No, you can't live together. My mother and my father were separated, and only when they worked hard could they be together.
Did they love each other?
I don't know. In my eyes, we were not a family. We were just prisoners.
How do you mean?
You wear what you're given, you eat what you're given, and you only do what you're told to do. So there's nothing that the parents can do for you, and there's nothing that the children can do for their parents.
This may be a very dumb question, but did you even know what love was when you were, for the first 23 years of your life?
I still don't know what that means.
O amor pode ter estado ausente, mas o medo, não. Nesta espécie de escola, Shin viu o professor espancar uma menina até à morte por assambarcar alguns grãos de milho, uma infração às regras da prisão que ele e outros alunos tinham de saber de cor.
If you escape, you would be shot. If you try to escape or plan to escape, you would be shot. Even if you did not report someone who was trying to escape, you would be shot.
As execuções ocorriam neste campo, diz ele. Os outros prisioneiros eram obrigados a assistir. Por muito assustadoras que fossem as execuções, Shin considerava-as uma quebra da monotonia dos trabalhos forçados e fome constantes. Os prisioneiros comiam a mesma papa de farinha de milho e couve todos os dias. Shin diz que tinham tanta fome que comiam ratazanas e insetos para sobreviver.
So for 23 years, you were always hungry.
Yes, of course. We were always hungry. And the guards always told us, through hunger you will repent.
Shin e a família provavelmente cumpriam penitência porque 2 dos seus tios terão desertado para sul durante a Guerra da Coreia. Shin acredita que foi por isso que o pai e o avô foram para o Campo 14 e que, por isso, ele deveria ficar até morrer. O primeiro ditador da Coreia do Norte, Kim Il-sung, instituiu a prática das 3 gerações de castigo na década de 50.
The idea is to eliminate this lineage, to eliminate the family, on the theory that if the grandfather was a counter-revolutionary, the father and the grandsons would be opposed to the regime as well.
David Ock é um investigador de direitos humanos que entrevistou dezenas de ex-detidos e guardas dos 6 campos de presos políticos ativos na Coreia do Norte.
The largest number of people in the prison camps are those who are the children or grandchildren of people considered to be wrongdoers or wrong thinkers.
I've never heard of anything like that.
It's unique in the 20th or 21st century. Mao didn't do it, Stalin didn't do it. Hitler, of course, tried to exterminate entire families. But in the post-World War II world, it's only Korea that had this practice.
A Coreia do Norte nega a existência de prisões políticas, mas não autoriza a inspeção de observadores externos ao Campo 14 e a outros locais.
There's no way to verify all the details of Shin's story. Do you believe his story?
Oh, sure. His story is consistent with the testimony of other prisoners in every respect.
Também há provas físicas que ainda hoje ele apresenta. Falta-lhe a ponta do dedo. Terá sido cortada como castigo por ter avariado uma máquina numa fábrica da prisão. Também tem cicatrizes consideráveis nas costas, barriga e tornozelos que prontamente nos mostrou, mas teve vergonha de mostrá-las para a câmara. Diz que foi este o local das agressões, um centro de tortura subterrâneo. Foi torturado porque a mãe e o irmão mais velho foram acusados de tentativa de fuga. Ele tinha apenas 13 anos.
Did they think that you were involved in the escape?
I'm sure they did.
How did they torture you?
They hung me by the ankles, and they tortured me with fire. And from the scars that I have, the wounds on my body, I think they couldn't have done more to me.
Shin diz que tentou convencer os interrogadores de que não fizera parte do plano de fuga. Não sabia se os tinha convencido até que um dia o levaram para o campo das execuções.
When I went to the public execution site, I thought that I might be killed. I was brought to the very front. That's where I saw my mother and my brother being dragged out. And that's when I knew that it wasn't me.
How did they kill your mother?
They hung her, and they shot my brother.
Fala nisso sem mostrar comoção e admite que não se sentiu triste ao assistir à morte da mãe e do irmão. Eles tiveram o que mereciam. Afinal, tinham violado as regras da prisão.
He believed the rules of the camp like gospel.
Blaine Harden é o correspondente veterano que contou a história de Shin em primeira mão no Washington Post e depois escreveu um livro sobre a vida dele.
He had no compass by which to judge his behavior.
He had a compass, but the compass were the rules of the camp. The only compass he had. And it was only when he was 23, when he met somebody from the outside, that started to change.
When he met Park?
When he met Park.
Park era o novo prisioneiro que Shin conheceu quando trabalhava na fábrica têxtil do Campo 14. Ao contrário de Shin, Park vira o mundo exterior, viver em Pyongyang e viajar pela China. Começou a contar a Shin como era a vida do outro lado da cerca.
I paid most attention to what kind of food he ate outside the camp.
What kind of food had he eaten?
Oh, a lot of different things. Broiled chicken, barbecue pig. The most important thing was the thought that even a prisoner like me could eat chicken and pork if I were able to escape the barbed wires.
I've heard people define freedom in many ways. I've never heard someone define it as broiled chicken.
I still think of freedom in that way.
Really? That's what freedom means to you?
People can eat what they want. It could be the greatest gift from God.
You were ready to die just to get a good meal?
Yes.
Teve a sua oportunidade em janeiro de 2005, quando ele e Park estavam a apanhar lenha nesta zona remota, perto da cerca elétrica. Quando o sol se pôs, decidiram fugir.
And as they ran towards the fence, Shin slipped in the snow. It was a snowy ridge, fell on his face. Park got to the fence first and thrust his body between the first and second strand and pulled down that bottom wire and was immediately electrocuted.
How did you get past him?
I just crawled over his back.
So you literally climbed over him?
Yeah.
Agora era um fugitivo na zona rural da Coreia do Norte, um dos países mais pobres e repressores do mundo. Mas não era essa a sua perspectiva.
What did the outside world look like?
It was like heaven. People were laughing and talking as they wanted. They were wearing what they wanted. It was very shocking.
How did you manage to get out of North Korea?
I was just trying to get away from the camp, and I ended up going north. And on the northern side, people talked a lot about China.
Did you know where China was?
No, not at all. It just happened that the way I was going was toward the border.
Com muita sorte e astúcia, Shin conseguiu atravessar a fronteira roubando e subornando pessoas e entrou na China, de onde o deportariam se fosse apanhado. Em Xangai, entrou no consulado da Coreia do Sul e foi-lhe concedido asilo. Em 2006, chegou à Coreia do Sul sem ter um único amigo. Sentiu-se tão dominado pelo choque cultural e pelo stress pós-traumático que teve de ser hospitalizado. Mais de 7 anos depois, a evolução de Shin é extraordinária. Agora, com 30 anos, já fez amigos e construiu uma nova vida em Seul, na Coreia do Sul. Mas os velhos demónios do campo 14 nunca o abandonaram. E agora Shin admite que escondia algo. Há 2 anos, finalmente confessou ao autor Blaine Harden.
When he first told me about the execution of his mother and brother, he didn't say that he had turned them in.
You reported your mother and your brother.
Yes.
What did you hope to get out of reporting your mother and your brother?
Being full for the first time.
More food.
Yes. But the biggest reason was I was supposed to report it.
Why was Shin tortured after ratting out his mother and brother?
The guard who he ratted out to did not tell his superiors that he got the information from Shin.
So the guard basically was trying to claim credit.
Yes.
Só depois de ver o que era a vida familiar fora do campo 14 é que Shin se sentiu culpado pelo que fizera à própria mãe e ao irmão.
My mother and brother, if I could meet them through a time machine, I would like to go back and apologize. By telling this story, I think I can compensate, kind of repent for what I did.
O arrependimento levou Shin a viajar pelo mundo. É orador em comícios sobre direitos humanos, reúne-se com congressistas americanos e está a contar-nos a sua história por estar frustrado com a atenção que a imprensa presta ao novo líder da Coreia do Norte, Kim Jong-un, e à sua esposa, e pelo pouco destaque dado aos prisioneiros dos campos. Na Coreia do Sul, ele e uns amigos criaram um talk show na internet para divulgar o que se passa na Coreia do Norte. Quanto ao sabor da liberdade, pelo qual arriscou a vida, agora pode comer o frango grelhado que quiser, mas admite que isso não lhe deu a satisfação que esperava.
When I eat something good, when I laugh with my friends, or, when I make some money, I'm excited. But that's only momentary. And right afterwards, I start worrying again.
You worry about what now?
What I worry about now is all those people in the prison camps. Children are still being born there, and somebody is probably being executed.
And do you think about that a lot?
Yeah.